Hey, how you doing? Brian Cain, your Peak Performance Coach here. And in this video, we're gonna take you live to our Inner Circle Peak Experience event where you're gonna learn from some of the top coaches in our Inner Circle members talking about how they use the Inner Circle in their life to help them become more. Remember, if you want more, you've got to become more. And you become more by surrounding yourself with top performers like those who checked out the Inner Circle Peak when it went down, and now you get to take a look.
Elite, Webster says, is the best of a class. Where mindset, Webster says, that is a mental attitude or inclination. So as we put that together, we are trying to be the best of a class when it comes to attitude.
And then we also give them a physical cue so they can remember it. So for us, this was energy and tempo. This is Competition Tuesday, me versus you. Then we take our middle finger and it's mental, physical toughness for Wednesday. We take our ring finger for love and family and appreciation for Thursday, and we take our pinky finger, point at me, count on me. Then our hand up in the air is finish, and then we slam it down in there, and that's payday.
All right, so the number one strategy that I use is that of the 168 plan. And the 168 plan for me was taught to me again back in August 2015. And I was a person that thought that I managed time pretty well. And I was a person like, I'm always staying busy, I'm always moving around, I'm always doing different sorts of things. But when I really started to break it down and put it and go minute by minute or 30-minute blocks or an hour block, depending upon what the activity is, I found that there was a lot of free time and time wasted. And I was spending time in places that I didn't really need to, instead of investing time in the things that are of the most importance.
In our sport, a lot like basketball, we talk about the paint, which is the area right in front of our lacrosse goal. And if you get shots within the paint, you have a higher success rate of scoring, just like in basketball. There's points in the paint, there's points outside the paint. A shooting percentage inside the paint is going to be a lot higher than a shooting percentage outside the paint. So in lacrosse, we came up with the paint to determine, an area of the field where we were going to get higher percentage shots.
Without investing in relationships in a genuine way, it's very difficult to get the things out of your players and your team that you're looking for if you don't have a genuine care and investment in that relationship.
The breath can be such a great metaphor and such a great tool and focal point. But just so you know, at some point, I really believe, and this is important to talk about, it's really about letting go. It's really about allowing and trusting and going with the flow, just like, again, you would in a peak performance.
The process starts where I have to plan out my day, make sure I'm getting enough rest, make sure I get up in ample time to get a good breakfast, make sure I sit in the front of the classroom and communicate with each professor verbally, put my phone up. That's what we do academically to continue to get better every single day. And then get to the field early, execute a great pre-practice routine, whether it be a pitcher or a position player. And it's about quality swings in the cages, not about a number of swings. And that's the process.
When you're climbing that ladder, when you're marching up those stairs towards success, it's sometimes tough to see that if you're too long-term focused and you become emotionally distracted by your goals. You become emotionally distracted by how far away you might be from that end result. So I think it's really important with process over outcome is that it does eliminate emotion from that, and it allows you to focus on today and focus on the things that really matter to you, staying in the present, locking in on the things that you want to be great at today, and winning today, and then moving on to tomorrow.
Mindfulness is a thing that I work with my athletes a lot. When they're not having a good practice, I tell them, look around, look on the mat, look at all these people that are here to support you. Your best friends are sacrificing for you, and you're sacrificing for them. That is a beautiful thing, and it's not something that we get in other avenues of life.
I'm half your age, and you're in better shape than I am. How do you do it? And Mr. D'Amato said, well, Doc, I walk 5 miles every day. And the doctor said, you walk 5 miles every day? How long have you been doing this? He said, as long as I can remember. I always walk 5 miles every day. And the doctor said, you walk 5 miles every day? every day without fail. Mr. D'Amato, what do you do when it rains out? And Mr. D'Amato said, I put on a raincoat. See, that's dedication, that's commitment, and that's what you have to do. No excuses.
As a coach, things that I look for in my athletes being in yellow, a lot of times their routines are rushed, or they cut a part of their routine out completely. I'm obviously the pitching coach, so my pitchers, a lot of times their arm swing is a little bit rushed, or their timing's a little fast. I can notice things like that, or you notice they don't take a breath where they normally do, or their breath, instead of being deep, is, and you know they're not ready to go, they're not resetting.
This is one of the biggest things that I learned since retiring from professional baseball that I felt like would have been a difference maker if I would have known what I was doing when I was playing baseball. The whole idea behind the release and the focus is, how can I get my mind quiet to allow just my ability to shine through? You guys understand checking in on your signal lights. You understand if you're in yellow, you need to get back to green. If you're in red, you need to get back to green. The release and the refocus is going to help you do it.